Hey YouTube, I hadn't planned on making a video again this quick, but kind of got an itch tonight. I don't have batteries yet. They will be here tomorrow, hopefully. But I did decide tonight to get my 4004 running again. As you saw in the last video, it was just hanging out, but I went ahead and put it here and decided, you know, while I'm at it, I had to figure out how to use the relays on the 4010. So I ran a cable from the 4010 to the 4004. It's coming into IDC4. The pull station up here is coming into IDC1, and the strobe up here is running off of NAC1, which is set to sound until system reset. It is not smart sync, so even if it was smart sync, it wouldn't be synced with that one because that one runs off of the 4010. Also, I'm sure you noticed I got the dress mount for that, just to clean up the look of it. So anyways, without much further ado, I'll put the system into alarm. Go ahead and use the chevron again, that way I can work from left to right. I'll do it this way. You'll hear the two piezos beeping. That's the one on the annunciator for the 4010. And then the muffled piezo on the 4004. They actually have the same piezo in both. I just have a piece of tape over this one, actually a few pieces of tape. But as you see, the 4010 is in alarm with, oh come on, focus on the screen, there we go, with the garage chevron pull. So, and that threw the 4004 on IDC4 into alarm. So I can reset. This takes a minute to reset, so while I'm resetting, let me talk for a minute. I watched another video the other night where somebody answered the question as to why those of us that have these systems and make these videos, why we do it. I want to give my own 2 cents worth on that. I've always been interested in electronics. I was born in the early 80s, and so I grew up in the computer age, if you will. We always had a computer in the home, whether it was an Atari 800 or an old 386 computer or whatever. That's what I grew up on, was computers and everything. That's not going to reset because I haven't reset the pull station. How many of you have just said that? Nah. So I've always had an interest in electronics. Yes, alarm's present. Thank you. System reset. So, always grown up with electronics and always interested as I grew up on how things worked and everything. So, this has always been an interest of mine with some of the electrical engineering stuff, and my full-time job, I'm an audio engineer, so making loud noises that people listen to and hoping people will listen to what you're doing is what I do. So, this has always been an interest of mine, and to be honest, when I was a kid I was scared to death of fire alarms. They were loud and scared me to death. So it's always been something I've enjoyed doing, is working with electronics and stuff like this, and kind of getting over more or less my fear of fire alarms and learning how they work and learning that they aren't necessarily just always right there just waiting to trip. I guess they are, but I always kind of, like a lot of people probably, always kind of assigned some kind of emotion to these things, that it is their job to scare you, and they haven't done their job until they've scared you. Oh, I forgot the 4004 takes a minute. IDC1 right there. System reset. So anyways, I know going back to the basics here on the conventional panel of the 4004, but haven't had it running in a while, and wanted to get everything working between the two panels, and hated having the 4004 just sitting there. So yeah, so that's kind of where I'm coming from with these, and I'm sure many of you are probably in the same boat. I know there's people that do this for a living, and I think it would be really interesting to do this kind of stuff for a living and get to work on these systems, but that's not what I do. And everybody's got a hobby, so this is what I do in my spare time sometimes. So anyways, thanks for watching, and look forward to putting up another video soon, as I get the batteries.